Drink beer, it's good for you.
Hello and welcome to the video. This is a quick topic video and I'll be sharing information relating to cleaners and sanitizers that will interest homebrewers. Firstly, let's talk about cleaning products. Make sure you use a cleaner designed for the job. Avoid dish soaps and laundry cleaning powders when it comes to your equipment. These are simply not suited at all for removing protein and mineral scale. Many of these will also use fragrances that leave a film of oil that can have an effect on flavour and head retention. Your home dishwasher can be used to clean and sanitize some items, but do not use soap. Also be sure to avoid plastic products because they will often warp. When in doubt, consult the product manual, but the safest way is to simply avoid it. Many homebrewers use their dishwasher for glass bottle cleaning, and this personally is where my interest starts and ends when it comes to homebrewing equipment and the dishwasher. PPW by 5 Star Chemicals is a very well known and very well publicised cleaner, but there are cheaper alternatives out there that do a very similar job. Firstly, some homebrewers make their own versions. Check the internet for recipes to try if this interests you. Depending on where you live, you may find some of these chemicals hard to obtain though. Also be aware that handling of some of these ingredients can be hazardous to your health if not done in a protective manner. Personally, I much prefer to buy my cleaners already mixed by a professional, and I am happy to pay the premium for time saved and lack of caution. Good cheaper alternative products to PPW that are known to me are Stellar Clean PPW and Grainfather High Performance Cleaner. You could use certain oxy-type cleaners, but be aware that generally they are not as effective and also require extra rinsing. They certainly should not be the only cleaner you use over a period of time to avoid protein buildup. When using these strong cleaners with stainless steel, then a contact time of between 18 to 30 minutes is all that is needed. Special consideration does need to be used with hosing, where a contact time of between 5 to 10 minutes is suggested. Products like Firmzilla, Fermentosaurus and other regular plastic fermenters and so on are advised to have a contact time of no more than between 18 to 20 minutes. The special care side of this is that the prolonged exposure is just going to eat into the plastic and cause damage. All of these cleaners are very effective at killing mold, bacteria and microbes, to name but a few. It is vital to realise though that they all need thorough rinsing with water after their use. For this reason you will need to use a sanitizer afterwards. It should also be understood that the temperature of the water is key to their effectiveness, so always use the products in line with the manufacturer's instructions. Let us now move on to sanitation products. When it comes to sanitisation, there are various choices. A large amount of homebrewers used to use bleach at one time, but most ditch this now due to the fact that it can leave taste behind, it takes longer to do the job, and most negatively that you will need to super rinse it. It simply cannot be ignored that by rinsing it in water you are now potentially undoing the good work done in the first place, so please understand that you will want to use a no-rinse sanitizer. For appropriate items, steam cleaning will certainly work with sanitization also. In fact, when it comes to glass bottles, your dishwasher has this ability. Again, this is something to avoid for plastics, and for general use there is no need to sanitize your brewing system. Star San, a sanitizer made by 5 Star Chemicals, is again a very well known product across the globe. It is an acid-based product and is known for its foam. Do not fear the foam, as they say. In fact, having some of this in your fermenter is not a bad thing when adding wort, as this simply provides a little food for your yeast. Contact time across the board is advised generally as 1 minute, but some sources suggest as many as 2. This sanitizer is totally fine to be used multiple times. Simply ensure that the solution is stored sealed and stays clear, and that the pH is below 3. On this note, if you have an extremely high pH water, then you will either have to treat the water or use bottled water if you intend to use this product. For the desirable results, make sure that you only use this on items that are already clean. This will allow the sanitizer to do its job fully and also permit its longer term recycling. There are certainly many alternative versions of this product, usually ending in the word San. Some examples are Stellar San, Sure San, Oxy San and Pure San. These are all essentially the same thing as Star San and used and handled in the same way. The only real difference is the price, and buying one of these alternatives will certainly save you money without a drop in performance. A great tip is that all of these acid-based sand products can be put into a spray bottle. This is particularly useful as you can spray sanitize items and also work surfaces. I use sand products like this a great deal and to date have never had an infection, touch wood. Iodofer is an alternative cheaper product and it is actually an industrial grade sanitizer. It is based on iodine and is usually a fair bit cheaper than sand types of acid sanitizers, and it is also very low in foam. One big downside to this stuff is the fact that it can stain plastics and clothing, but it is more gentle on skin and hands. Like Star San is also non-rinse, but it does have an odour that puts some people off. Some will tell you that it can also leave some taste behind, but in my experience this will only happen if you dilute this too strong. Like acid-based sanitizers, if sword sealed, then this can be used multiple times. You certainly need to be careful to keep it out of sunlight, and when kept concentrated it can last 5 years, but when diluted it loses its effectiveness much faster. The solution itself will lose its colour when it loses this effectiveness, and in general this will be much shorter lifetime compared to Star San and other acid-based sanitizers, so it is best to make this up in small batches. Personally, I did used to use this for sanitization many years ago, but switched to sand types for the downsides mentioned already. Ultimately, you must make your own decisions, of course, about this. Before finishing up this guide, this would not be complete without some further directions, so here goes. Firstly, ensure that anything that comes into contact with your wort is both clean and sanitary. Also ensure that you clean your brewing system quickly after its use, and the same goes for fermentation vessels. Anything that you use that is used to touch wort in any way should be sanitized as a precaution after its use and cleaning, to be then put away somewhere where it can hopefully stay in this state. This is not to say that you will not clean it and sanitize it again, but these types of practices are just bulletproof, and in the years that I have used them I have not had a single issue, so nor should you. This YouTube channel has its own busy Facebook group. Feel free to join our community if you have not done already using the links on screen now. This now brings this video to a close. If you have any questions then please let me know via YouTube or Facebook. I do hope that you found this video to be useful, interesting and enjoyable. If appropriate then please like this video on YouTube, and if you've not done so already then please subscribe. I regularly post new content. Happy brewing!